Wasn't it that's a funny narrative that people like to say, that you didn't even create Tesla then.
Yeah, that's wrong. Probably Tesla's in a better position to create a new phone that's not Android or iPhone than maybe any company in the world. So when there are sudden changes in tariffs, then you're like, well, we've got a factory like somewhere else that's making a part that goes into the car. Now that suddenly, if that part's suddenly twice as expensive, it like messes everything up. I think companies are more than happy to increase manufacturing in America. It's just that you can't do it instantly. If you put up giant tariffs immediately and don't give companies a chance to build factories in America, you want to have a ramp so that companies can adjust. Even at this point, the only car companies that have not gone bankrupt are Ford and Tesla. General Motors went bankrupt and Chrysler went bankrupt in 2009. There's some chance they'll go bankrupt again. Ford and Tesla barely made it. It was incredibly difficult to keep Tesla alive when General Motors and Chrysler were going bankrupt.
Well, you came in at Tesla in the beginning, but they were already doing something, right?
No, Tesla did not exist in any meaningful form. There were no employees. J.V. Straubel and I joined 3 other people. There was no car. There was no nothing.
So it wasn't even a prototype yet?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a prototype already.
No. There weren't even any employees.
Oh. Wasn't it that's a funny narrative that people like to say, that you didn't even create Tesla then.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Especially a guy like you who's always been on the left. It was like having a Tesla in Los Angeles when I got my first Tesla was like a signal to everybody else that you were on the right team.
Sure.
You're environmentally conscious, you believe in green energy, you believe in this amazing thing that has 0 emissions and it's super fast, and everybody was in. They were all in.
Well, it is a great car objectively. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not buy it because it's electric. I mean, it's just a great car objectively, I think.
I'm on my 3rd one.
Yeah, great.
My 3rd one is being built right now by Unplugged Performance. They're doing a carbon fiber wide body kit on it. Dude, it's sick.
Great.
Changing the suspension, putting wide wheels and tires on it, custom interior. I'm f***ing pumped.
That's great.
I'm pumped. I love those
It's
things.
a super fun car.
Jamie has one too.
Yeah, great.
I love them. It makes other cars feel stupid. Like its ability, and the fact that you can merge on the highway, you don't seem like a douchebag because it's totally silent.
Yeah.
It's not like when you merge on the highway, it's just
yeah.
All of a sudden you're going 100 miles an hour. Like, what?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's different than any other vehicle, and because of your company, now you see electric cars throughout the whole range of American cars.
Yeah.
The only person who's resisted, the only company is Toyota. They've stayed essentially mostly hybrid. But all these other companies, they're all putting out these electric cars.
Yeah, the thing is that the right architecture, environmental or not, for cars is actually electric. It's just like the acceleration is better. You can just charge it at home. I mean, like imagine if you had a gasoline-powered cell phone. It'd be a pain in the ass.
Right. That'd be so. Go to the gas station.
Go to the gas station.
Charge up your cell phone. That's a great. Speaking of cell phones,
gas stations are awful. Like, who wants to go to the gas station?
How much thought have you, because there's always these rumors, and I've contacted you about this before, but there's always these fucking YouTube videos where they're talking about a Tesla phone, releasing a Tesla phone.
No, we're not doing a phone.
Have you ever thought about it?
I mean, we could do a phone since, like, we like the operating system of the Tesla, it's Linux based, but we've written a massive amount of software on top of that. So, like, probably Tesla is in a better position to create a new phone that's not Android or iPhone than maybe any company in the world. But it's not something we want to do unless we have to or something.
What would be the situation where you would have to?
Well, I think if Apple and Google / Android started doing really bad things like, I don't know, like censorship of apps, or I don't know, just treating people like just being like gatekeepers, that in a really bad way, then I guess would make a phone. I think you need to be careful with tariffs. I deal a lot with like supply chain issues. Like the global automotive supply chain for Tesla, for example, is incredibly complex. So when there are sudden changes in tariffs, then you're like, well, we've got a factory like somewhere else that's making a part that goes into the car. Now that suddenly, if that part's suddenly twice as expensive, it like messes everything up, So you want to have tariffs be predictable, so that companies can adjust their supply chain. I mean, I think companies are more than happy to increase manufacturing in America. It's just that you can't do it instantly. So if you if you put up giant tariffs immediately and don't give companies a chance to build factories in America, because you got to move atoms. Like, you've got to build a building, you've got to install equipment, you've got to train people. Like, that doesn't happen instantly. So you just got you want to have for tariffs. You want to have a ramp so that companies can adjust and build the factories and train the people and get the equipment in place. Otherwise, you basically just shock the system and it breaks, or bad things happen. So I'm against like sudden giant tariffs, because it's an impossible response if you've got to move 1,000 tons of equipment. You can just, or in some cases, collectively millions of tons of equipment. You just can't do that overnight. It's literally impossible. So I think we want to be thoughtful about tariffs and give companies a ramp. I mean, I do generally agree that America should do more manufacturing. I'm a big manufacturing guy. I love manufacturing. So I've spent a lot of time in the factory.
Well, you've talked openly about the difficulties of manufacturing and how complicated it is, and about most people aren't really aware of something that's as complex as, like, say, building a Tesla.
Yeah.
Manufacturing
is super hard and complicated.
When you decided to build the Gigafactory, and when you decided, just even when you decided to get involved with Tesla, did you have any idea of how difficult this would be? Did you have a preconceived notion?
I thought it would be very difficult. I thought our probability of success was less than 10%.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it would be foolish to think anything else other than that. I mean, even at this point, the only car companies that have not gone bankrupt are Ford and Tesla, American car companies. General Motors went bankrupt and Chrysler went bankrupt in 2009. There's some chance they'll go bankrupt again. Ford and Tesla barely made it. It was incredibly difficult to keep Tesla alive when General Motors and Chrysler were going bankrupt. So, because manufacturing is the actual hard thing, not that by far the hard thing. I just can't emphasize that enough, and I hope somebody makes a movie about that.
Maybe they should make a movie about Tesla.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Perfect.